going through some of this stuff. And I'm telling you, I telling my mom this. A lot of people that there's another group I have when it's called Prayers for Pals. It's not a big group of us in that thing, but man, those are where the real warriors are. And keeping each other courage. We look at life a little different, and it's helpful. And it might be helpful to you all as you get older. And if they're still around, I'm gonna try to write all of them down. And again, disclaimer, you'll see everything. You'll see the frustration with people, the heartbreak. You'll see you'll see some good stuff. A lot of this stuff is where I got a lot of my ideas and help from to maybe trying to think of something that I've gotten from a lot of it. I wish I should have. Maybe I'll get break. I record how I've done things, and like I used to be able to transfer myself on the commode. Now I can see, Oakley, you already have a little mechanical engineer mind where when you see stuff, you will try to find a way to you'll find a way to adjust, and which is what I had the ability. I think I got it from my dad. Being able to rig up stuff or find ways to make it efficient, make it work, to where you're not super dependent on everybody, because our house is very busy. And Bree does an awesome job with y'all, with the kids, and I don't want to. A lot of times, people, you end up being another child to take care of, and because we don't have a lot of. My parents are still working, and I look at what's around the village, but also my quality of life makes I factor that in. I don't. I was talking to the palliative care doctor the other day, and we had to go heart to heart, and he's supportive of my decision, and he pretty much let me know that when I'm ready, that he'll be there to assist with slingshotting me over to the next place. But he was telling me about how high his threshold is for his quality of life, and so he could totally understand and respect it. And not everybody has to do that, and everybody is different. That's what we're talking about. Some people are okay, and I don't judge. With somebody just feeding them ice cream all day, and that's pretty much their life. And everybody's situations are different. Everybody's scenarios are different, and I don't look at it one way or another. Don't judge it. I'm just saying, for me, I don't want to do that. Something I should have talked about it. I enjoy, being outdoors, man. I enjoy yard work, fishing. I like back roads, being in the country. I like, man, I enjoy it, going out to eat. And, as much as I say, in scripture it says to don't love anything in the world. I liked it, but I didn't necessarily love it to a point where I'm just super glued. I've accepted some of the things that I won't be able to do, and telling my mom, I tend to spend a lot more time looking forward than looking back at things I have lost and I can't do anymore. And it helps me go through my day to day. Again, having that faith, and knowing the good news. Amen. Like you can walk, you can go through stuff a little different, but that's something else I probably should. I'm rambling now. Should have talked about some of the things I've enjoyed, and but yeah, I liked fishing, and I liked being outdoors. And there at the beginning, I tell Jay all this stuff started happening when he was 3. I'm like, do you remember when I could walk and we go to the park, or I let him help me clean the lawnmower, and that's something that does, it hurts pretty bad that I can't. I'm limited to what I can do with y'all, with the kids. That's one thing that really, it hurts. Some stuff that with Jay, even in both of y'all, all of y'all, Bree too, like being able to experience some of these family things, and going to the zoo. Not saying that we couldn't do it, but I'm gonna just keep this in mind. Renting a van to do this stuff is expensive. All this stuff, it's expensive to live with this disease. I was telling you earlier, man, I see people, they drain the resources for, to survive, live maybe a couple more months. And I don't want to, being, factoring y'all in. I don't think that's the right thing to do. Or I don't judge who else who chooses to do that, but I don't want to do that with y'all. And I don't want to prolong this experience any longer than it has to. And I don't think it's practical. Me and Dustin, we talk about this, just having and he's a good resource as far as, and I'm making these notes. I don't know why I'm getting so itchy. He's a good resource for any type of financial conversations, and man, I trust him, and very good resource. But just being if you ever have kids, and being a husband and a father, and being one of the things I hope y'all learn is being responsible and knowing your place and your role. And I stand on that. I respect others that do it, and even though it may not be perfect, that's kind of my outlook on it. I think about y'all. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. I don't want to drain through our resources. Y'all have to take care of me, and I'm not kind of being unhappy being in the situation. It doesn't make practical sense to me. So even like what that V said stuff, that's the most practical option in my opinion for our situation, and it'll probably suck as we're going through it, but there's still some silver lining on the back end, God's willing. And I hope you all are able to find that and understand that anything you go through in life, be able to find find the blessings in it, the opportunities in it, and handle things with care. Don't be wasteful with things. That's anything: opportunities, jobs, relationships, money, anything. Don't just be careless. Vehicles. That's something my dad told me. Don't be, because you never know when the next blessing might come. So. Handle with care is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to instill that. We live in a different culture now. It's just full of abundance and so much stuff that I'm like, I wish I could have one-on-one powwows. It's hard to have influence in this situation. I wish I could take y'all places and fishing trips and just have simple conversations and have my input or get to talk to you in a certain kind of way. But it is what it is, and I'm still confident in y'all. I know y'all will be just fine. And God, I pray for my guidance and wisdom, wisdom and guidance with this, and also pray for y'all, and all the time, give us all wisdom and guidance, and give us strength and endurance to endure, because that's what life is about. And continue to run y'all's races, because as y'all get older, y'all have different races too. I don't know when you all will watch this on a playback. I don't know, but this stuff, I had mentioned this story to my mom, and I hadn't told her to bring it. I'm hesitant to mention it now, just thinking things that could be better, or could be worse. Because in the community, online community, I've seen so many stories you probably wouldn't even believe, and just the world though. The world is predictably unpredictable. All types of things happen, but there was one situation where another father, he had got ALS. You can Google the story. I can't even remember their names, but he had his journey, and I can't remember when he passed, but I think the day that he passed, the mom found out she had cancer. And I was like, man, my goodness. And they had a young family. And I ended up seeing the initial story in one group, but I had to Google it to see, because it was kind of an older story, to see the follow-up of what happened on the back end. And she had passed. The mom had passed. This is just offering perspective. Everybody has different journeys. So that was a young family that lost their dad and their mom a couple years later with cancer. And just keeping things. People have different journeys, and you never know what journey you might be faced with. And I still want you to, regardless however this goes, mom and dad here, people are here. Y'all are built a certain kind of way. Y'all are built to endure. It's okay to process and be vulnerable. But I still want y'all to know y'all are little warriors. And I know y'all are gonna do great things in the world. And that's something I don't worry about. But I don't tell that story to tell you. I sometimes hesitate to even tell it. I don't know if I should have told it now because I don't want people's brains start dwelling there. But things happen. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Things happen in life, and going back to how you take those losses, and I want y'all to keep running your race, and regardless of what happens, and I hope it. My whole point, I hope y'all can find any kind of encouragement through these types of videos. Not to bring you down. That has never been. That's why sometimes I don't, even when I'm in my whatever, I don't ever want to open my mouth and bring it down. I want you to find uplifting, encouragement, peace, and strength when you go through things. And y'all are capable. Man. I think I am definitely rambling now, but I was just kind of shooting my thoughts out there. And I think I will be signing off on that note.